Welcome back to JPzilla. Today we will be discussing which of our favorite bounty hunters would win if they ever fought against each other, Boba Fett or the Mandalorian. Remember, if this video interests you, go check out the JPzilla blog by entering jpzilla.blogspot.com into your search engine. For this fight, I will only be examining the two characters on screen appearances, rather than in the books, so let's get started. Let's start with Boba Fett, the inspiration for the Mandalorians as we know them in popular culture. Boba was the best bounty hunter of his time, able to capture bounties by any means necessary, even disintegration via flamethrower. In the movies, he uses a regular blaster, a rope that can shoot out of his wrists to wrap around targets, and a jetpack with a launchable rocket. Boba also has a sight attached to his blaster, so he can hit targets far away. And as seen in Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures, Boba has a flamethrower on his wrist, which will be deadly in combat. It is displayed in the game Star Wars Battlefront 2 that Boba Fett has the ability to track down his targets even behind walls, so this will probably be useful in this fight. But despite how cool Boba's equipment is, it does have a downside. If Boba's jetpack is hit, it will launch Boba in a random direction. Now that we've examined Boba Fett, let's look at the guy who ripped him off in everything but name. The Mandalorian, born by the name of Din Djarin, is a Mandalorian. He travels the galaxy going after the best bounties available. The Mandalorian also has some cool gadgets, but before we go on, I should warn you that there could be spoilers for The Mandalorian Season 2, so you have been warned. Proceed at your own caution. Mando has many of the same things that Boba does. He has a wrist-launched rope for tying up targets, a jetpack, and that cool helmet. But there are some differences in armory. As mentioned before, Mando has a jetpack, but unlike Boba's, it does not have a launchable rocket attached to it. But to make up for the rocket that Mando does not have, he has a cool blaster rifle that reduces its victims to ash, and has the ability to electrocute targets with the tip of the rifle. Mando's helmet also can track down footprints, and probably people like Boba's. Mando also has a blaster pistol that is quicker to draw than the rifle. Mando also has the singing bird's tiny explosive projectiles that launch from his wrist and automatically track down their target. Mando's armor is also stronger than Boba's, as his is made of Beskar, which is even lightsaber-proof, and Boba's is just made of Durasteel, which may be effective, but not as good as Beskar. Now that we've examined these two fighters, let us pit them against each other in a grand standoff. Mando is on the run from the Imperial Remnant. They are doing everything they can to catch up with him and his precious cargo. The Imperials even resort to hiring bounty hunters, including the best one out there, Boba Fett. You may be confused why Boba is still alive after falling into the Sarlacc, but in both legends and canon he has made it out alive using his wits. Boba takes on this bounty that is offered to him by the Imperial Remnant, knowing that it will pay him well. He tracks down Mando on Tatooine, in Mos Eisley. Boba targets Mando using his sight, zooming in on the neck, which is not protected by Beskar. Just as Boba shoots, Mando turns his head to look at his cargo, and the blast hits his armor instead. Mando falls down hurt, but alive thanks to his blaster-proof armor. Mando struggles to get back up on his feet, and Boba zooms in with his jetpack. Mando pulls himself up and grabs his cargo, heading behind a building. Just as Mando gets behind cover, a flurry of blaster shots flies past the empty road where Mando was just standing. Mando can hear the jetpack zoom at him, but suddenly the jetpack cuts off and silence follows. Mando looks around for his hunter, but does not see him. Suddenly fire erupts from above Mando, Boba attempting to fry Mando from the top of the building. Mando was hiding behind. Mando jumps away, pulling the floating pod containing his cargo with him. He pushes the cargo into the building and shuts the door. Mando notices some of his cape on fire and quickly tears it off, leaving it to burn on the ground. Boba jumps from the building and hovers above Mando. Mando's jetpacks onto the roof of another building and pulls out his blaster pistol and starts shooting at Boba. Boba jetpacks towards Mando and uses his wrist-launched rope to tie up Mando. Mando struggles to get free, but realizes he is trapped. Mando still has one trick up his sleeve, though. He preps his wrist weapon, and as Boba is going in for the kill, he releases all the singing bird projectiles at Boba. Boba is launched from the roof and smacks against the side of another building. Boba is temporarily stunned. Mando works on getting himself free, taking a knife and slowly cutting his bonds, but Boba is not down for long. Before Mando can free himself, Boba launches back up onto the roof and utilizes his best weapon, his rocket. The projectile leaps from Boba's jetpack straight into Mando. A huge explosion occurs. The mission is accomplished. Boba's bounty is complete, and now he can deliver the child and Mando's armor into the hands of Moff Gideon. This is how I think the fight would play out. For more discussions like this, go to jpzilla.blogspot.com, where you can read many articles on Star Wars and Godzilla.